today's recipe is going to be Halloween. I'm going to make some egg tart, Halloween themed egg tart. So there will be pumpkin egg tarts and green tea egg tart. These are Portuguese egg tart, but really famous also in Macau. I use pre-made pastry dough, but self-made custard. And hopefully you'll enjoy this Halloween recipe. For this green egg tart, we will need some matcha powder. This is like a green tea powder for green tea latte. It has already green tea and sugar inside. So we're going to use this to give our custard a bit green color. We just mixing all the ingredients together in once before we are cooking it to make sure nothing is burnt. So first we will need 25 milliliters of milk, 50 milliliters of cream, then 1 egg yolk. So we're cracking the yolk first. Putting our egg yolk. Then 8 to 10 grams of sugar, custard sugar. 1 teaspoon of condensed milk. This just to make our custard creamier. Then our matcha powder, green tea powder. Then we can stir everything in. Now turn our heat to medium low and just heat up our custard. We are just trying to mix everything in, not trying to beat it up and beat it fluffy or anything. Until it's mixed well, you can see, and the milk is warm, we can turn off our heat. Then we set this aside. Now for our pumpkin egg tart, we're going to crack 1 egg as well. Let's take the egg yolk, 80 milliliters of milk, and then 50 milliliters of cream, 8 to 10 grams of sugar, depends on how sweet you want your egg tart. And 100 grams of steamed pumpkins. You can try to crush it to make it like a paste. Then we're going to mix this with our milk mixture. So now we can turn our heat on low. We're just trying to mix our pumpkin into our milk and sugar. Our milk is warm, we can turn off our heat and keep stirring it until everything is mixed together. Once our milk is cooled, so definitely don't put our egg yolk in when it's super hot, otherwise you will get scrambled eggs. So once it's kind of warm and cooled, we can put in our egg yolk. Beat our egg yolk first and can put it in. And just make sure everything's combined. Then if you're really picky, you can strain this. So because you could see there's some fiber, small pieces of the pumpkin. But if you like the texture, you can just keep it. So for our egg tart, I prepared this kind of layered sheet. And in German, it's called Blätterteig. And you can get this in supermarket really cheap for about €1, €2. And this is for pastries. A bit like a croissant pastry, so when you put it in the oven, it's puffed up. So that's the one we want. So we probably don't need the whole thing, and we can put it back into the fridge later. So we're going to roll this first. because if you put this straight into the mold, when you cook it, it will getting really big. So we can just roll it thin, and it keeps the shape perfectly, and then you can also get more egg tart out of this one sheet. So for our egg tart, I would recommend everyone to get this kind of egg tart mold, and they have the shape of a traditional Portuguese egg tart. And I have also tried with the regular mold when you cook creme brulee. It's just too deep, so then you get too much custard inside and the whole thing gets soggy. But with this kind of shallow, certain shape and metal mold, you just get the perfect custard, like the one you usually get in the shop. So all we do is we're going to cut our dough with this kind of mold. You want to take this sheet out. You can see we're trying to stretch this a bit to make it a bit thinner and bigger. Don't worry if it's too thin, because once you heat it up, you get really big. So we're getting this stretched dough and then just set it in. So I guess put it in the middle, everything in first. Then just use your thumb to fit this dough in. The other good thing is this mold is really stretchable, so it's really thin metal. When you're trying to take it out, you can just squeeze it. You can always use a bit of butter on the bottom to help it later when you have to take it out. So we're going to continue making this. They're not really perfect, but doesn't really matter because once you put it in the oven, it will puff it up and then you wouldn't see them anymore. So now we can feel them. It's really important not to feel it full. So maximum 2/3. We can put in about 2 tablespoons, and that's it. You can see it's not on the top. You're giving the pastry a bit of space to rise. And that's what we want to do. We're now doing the same for our green tea custard. Also just 2 tablespoons. I still have some leftover custard. You can either put in the custard mold to make them really like a custard and eat them that way, or I'm just going to wait until I finish this batch and take them out to cool them, and I'm making the second batch. Now my oven is heated up to 220 degrees Celsius, and we're going to cook this in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes until our custard are set and getting solid. Now you can see these are my egg tarts. Pumpkin, pumpkin, green tea, green tea. So their color comes up perfectly. Then I still made a bit more. They're cooled, so see, I could hold it easily. And I just want to show you how to take them out. So you just squeeze it and they're out. It's not that difficult. And I realized that it's easier, definitely a lot easier when you put in a bit of butter. Just spread it on the bottom, because here is most likely to get stickier or my egg tarts. So now we can just decorate them. My idea is to decorate the pumpkin egg tart to a pumpkin monster. And our green tea egg tart make it like a Frankenstein. I'm using chocolate. So this is like it's a brand from Dr. Oetker. Is it Oetker? Oetker. It's really famous German brand. They do baking and desserts. So many good products. And here you can just use this pen. Supposedly pen and a chocolate pen to draw anything you like on any kind of sweets you make. Here you can see you can just squeeze it and it comes out. And what I want to do pretty much here, I drew one. It's a tiny Frankenstein. Going to use our pumpkin to make a pumpkin monster. Here is our pumpkin monster. We're going to do 2 eyes and 1 little nose and a big smile. So actually I bought these sugar eyeballs, so it's easier to decorate it just with those sugar eyeballs. That looks cute. And then I also have a bit of sugar candies. These you can use for donuts or can also just decorate everything. And here you can see to fit our theme. Here's some skeleton with bones. They're pink. So I think it fits good with probably yellow color. I also have here, it's also skeleton and spiders. Also have some ghosts and bats. This is a bit like Batman. Let's see here. Our pumpkin monster with our Frankenstein. So cute. Now all my egg tarts are decorated with sugar candies. So they're totally cooled. They actually taste better when they're warm, so you can just put it in the microwave for like 1 minute on grill, or you can eat them when they are cold. And here I will just give it a try of my pumpkin egg tart. See? The pre-made pastry is really iron, and the custard is really creamy and sweet, with really lightly, slightly fragrant from pumpkin, and they just taste perfect. Now let's try my green tea egg tart, which I made with green tea powder. This egg tart, because I use a bit of condensed milk, and it's a lot sweeter and it's kind of softer as the pumpkin. Pumpkin is more solid. So hope you like this recipe. Please give me a thumbs up and leave your comments below. If you want to see more videos like this one, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and happy Halloween, trick or treat!